Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Honeywell and we're playing Surviving the Aftermath. In the last episode, we ended up accepting a group at the gate at the last minute with a nuclear fallout on the way. So we're going to want to take care of everything we need for that, which is basically food, water, shelter, medical, and we need to check on our schools because if I remember correctly, we need a new one. But we also want to take a look at the changes the Outpost update brought to the game. Honestly, we're going to be at a bit of a disadvantage here because the rules changed. And, I mean, really, we should probably start a new colony. But it's the end game and a large colony that we're interested in. So I think we're just going to go ahead and keep playing this save if we can. If we check out next month's update, I think we'll start a new colony from scratch. But for right now, I think we'll continue on with this one as long as we can. Food, right? Let's start harvesting our crops because of the nuclear fallout is coming. Good. Food is taken care of. Water is, we'll get back to water. We're going to skip ahead to school here. Because I know we need one. We have 13 kids, so we need a school. So let's build a school. And let's build a school right over here. Yeah, that's a good spot. So now we have a school for 20 kids. Now, with the Outpost update, they nerfed the nuclear fallout disaster. And the way that I've handled the disasters in the past is having medical beds for 20% of your colony was a pretty good rule of thumb. Almost no one ever died unless they got stuck, running in place. But there was nothing we could do about that. But since the disasters were nerfed, I have no idea how many medical tents we need. So we are just going to not add another tent. We have 67 people, so that would probably have been about 13 or 14 beds that we'd want. And honestly, we have 12. So we have a tiny bit fewer beds than what I would normally go into a nuclear disaster fallout with. But since it was nerfed, I think we'll be fine. But we will see. We also have 3 homeless, so we need to put in another tenement somewhere. Now the birth rate on the houses and everything has been nerfed. But houses are still relatively expensive to build. 25 wood, 12, 2-story houses, 20 concrete and 20 metal and 45 planks. That's still relatively expensive. So we're going to go ahead and stick with the tenement. And maybe later we'll take a look at the houses and see what happens with the birth rate. Okay, so we have houses. Our water is fine. Food is being harvested. We're not doing any more medical tents, so I guess we're ready for the disaster. And here we are on the world map. Now this is the update that this is called is the Outpost update, so it absolutely makes sense that the world map is reset yet again. And one of the big changes that they made were the way the specialists are deployed. All of their turns end at the same time, which is nice. And they have the ability to kind of remember their turns as well. When we get to that point. Oh, but look, she has stuff in her bag that she did not drop off. They both do. We need to send these two back. They started at the colony, but they still have, you know what I mean, right? We'll get to that. Let's just get back to the colony. I like this game, and I think it has a lot of potential. But I am not all that impressed with the Outpost update. It added in, it did cosmetic changes to the world map that mean like pretty much nothing. They added in this trading center, which I guess will staff. And now the trading center has the ability, if you have a trading center, you're able to set up trades, sort of. If your specialists on the map find a society, you'll come back here, and if you staff your trading center, there'll be a couple of like random things that you can import from the other city, and it has a travel time. You can't pick and choose. There's no like actual trade. They're just giving you goods. So in effect, all this is like an automated specialist. Like if the specialist had an ability to put them on auto, it's goods are just coming into the colony without you having to do anything. So that's not very interesting to me. I know it's just the beginning, and that will change. But yeah, like I said, it's just not. There's nothing here that makes me think, wow, this is like this is like a really good update. There is one thing that is really nice. So I take that back. Did you harvest all those? This is an absolute good thing. Right here, my favorite part of the whole update, because it actually solves or helps to eliminate a problem, and it makes sense. Your trappers now produce 2 food and 1 fiber. How amazing is that? The fiber is what you use to make your clothes, and previously the only way that you had to do that was you had to pick up plastic to produce fiber. But the sink for plastic was so small that you'd have tons and tons of plastic, but you'd have to keep bringing it in the hopes to get more fiber. So that was an absolutely good change. Very happy about that. And you go home as well and drop off your stuff. Drop off your stuff. And yeah, go out there. Good job. Yeah, we will find one of these societies or somebody to attack or something, and you'll just see the changes on the map yourself. Let's get all these people spread out. We have so many specialists and they're all back at the base. This also is a good change to have all of the specialists synced up. I like that as well. So it's not, you have bricks, we don't care. This is all flavor, and honestly, it doesn't add that much to the game for me. Like, your bandits now have these pictures and profiles, which is nice. You want your games to have those sorts of things. But we're more interested in the gameplay right now. Why are specialists ready? I thought they were all supposed to... Oh, maybe I missed somebody? Okay. Yeah. And they added in obstacles to make it more difficult to travel the terrain, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. But the big change, and I don't dislike this change, but it's causing us a little bit of a problem right here. Our metal extractors, concrete extractors, and plastic extractors have to be built on depleted deposits now. So all of these are going to stop working. But because we've been playing this colony and we're almost done with it, really. like resources wise, the only deposits that we have left, when we deplete this plastic deposit, we can set up a plastic extractor on top of that deposit. But as you can see, the only place that we still have these deposits are way out there, and that's the only place we're going to be able to gather plastic with the colony. And that's why it would be better if we started a new save file, and the same with the metal. We're going to have to go all the way out to the ends of the earth to set up our metal extraction. But it is what it is. It's fine. We don't care. In the meantime, though, these buildings aren't working, so this is just, yeah, demolish. It was a huge waste of resources right here. We don't care, though. And are these people ready? They are. And nothing has really changed out here. We're not looking to bring home anything. Science, and we'll look for camps, but we don't even need that much science, to be honest. Once we have the whole map uncovered, then we'll go ahead and start bringing in resources. And that brings us to another thing that you're able to do with this update. Oh, right there, that's where you want to go. You are able to set up outposts in your colony. Where are they? Are they in this tab? Or are they in the gate? Is it science that we need to research? Stack tree. Frontier outposts. Unlocks outpost depots used for establishing and maintaining outposts on the world map. Expanding your colony's influence past its borders is essential for colony survival. If that's the case, it's not implemented yet. Outposts allow specialists to drop off their scavenged resources without traveling back to the colony. After dropping the resources to the outpost, they are automatically transferred back to the colony. One outpost depot can support a single outpost. So let's go ahead and research that. Why would we not? We still don't want disaster forecast. And then we're gonna go ahead and go down this tree, the food tree. Okay, now, outpost depots. Now what you do is you build one of these in your colony, which cost a lot of resources. 10 metal, well, they're not cheap, let's put it that way. 10 metal, 20 wood, 10 plastic, and 2 components. And when you put it here, you have to choose a tile. So back in the colony, if I built it here, on the world map, once this was built, I'd have to select a column, don't cancel that. I'd have to select a tile that the outpost was going to go on, one of the tiles that we have revealed. So say I was collecting resources out in this area, I could set up an outpost here, and all of the specialists could just come to one tile here to return their goods, and those goods would be instantly transferred back to the colony, similar to the way that science points automatically get added. So it is not a bad thing, but it's not something that I think is all that special, to be honest. Yeah. But here we are with our nuclear fallout. And we'll see how we make out. We have our... we're going to make out bad because we didn't open up our medical tents and everything. Let's do that. There we go. Everybody is fully staffed. No, we're not. And we're just going to go ahead and keep uncovering the map. What we're really looking for is places to trade with. which would be very nice. So, oh, and we found a place. Here we go. Greentown. A Greentown has planks, carrots, and bread. Okay. Great. I didn't even look to see what she uncovered. If it wasn't a town. Oh, there's science everywhere around here. And you are a scientist. And Kate is as well, I believe. Just keep on uncovering stuff. Okay. So now, back at the world map, because we have somebody in our trade center, let's put 2 people in our trade center. And now we can go right here, and you'll see they'll just send us 34 planks, and it'll take 2 days and 22 hours to get here. And they'll also just send us 24 bread, 2 days and 22 hours to get here. That's it. That's the trade. We just get goods. So it's like a specialist going out on the map, collecting something and bringing it back to the colony. You know? I know that they have more planned for that, but yeah, like I said, not overwhelmed. Do we let people be treated? It can't hurt. It can hurt, but let's do it. A very peculiar man approaches you, arms stretched out well in advance for a handshake. Hello, 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 I'm back. Blah, 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 blah. I can fix all the ailments with my simple patent-pending formula I've brewed with science and magics. He claims to be able to cure all your colonists in an instant and for no payment. Sure, can't hurt, probably. Let's colonists be treated. Colonists drink the foul-smelling potion. Nothing happens at first. Suddenly, they drop to the ground in spasms. Mr. Wizard has a worried look on his face. Once the convulsions cease, colonists slowly stand up, seemingly cured. It worked. It actually worked. Oh, so it worked. I knew it. Well, off to cure another village and science and magic. So there you go. Everyone is cured. And they're sick again. Yeah, I'm not sure how that was tuned. The water was tuned as well. The water ticks down when you have a water tower. It ticks down about 40 ticks a day. So if you take 40 and divide that by 700, it means that one water tower can supply water for about 17 colonists. So if your water balance, if you have a full water tower and your balance up here was reading -17, you would have enough water for one entire day. The materials to make this was also reduced. 10 plastic, which is good because we have an abundance of plastic, 4 planks and 2 metal. So they're not terrible. I question how useful they are. So for about a colony the size, like maybe 100 people, you'd probably want about 5 of these water towers to last one day. Do you really want to building all those? I'm not sure. But it's not, before it was absolutely ridiculous to build, what is that? That looks like a dead tile? I read on the forums that some people were having problems where tiles couldn't be explored. That looks like one of them. So it's not a completely ridiculous thing to build now. So we're going to build a few. But it's not like some amazing thing. Just building water wells is still a perfectly rational thing to do. But we will build some. Why don't you have any resources? Reckless to the point of being suicidal, the dead rats will attack anything or anyone on their path. Again, it's just flavor. Nothing game changing, nothing to affect the game balance. which is fine because I imagine they have different people, you know, different departments working on different things, you know, so it is what it is. Um, do we want you to fight? No, we want Bonnie and Pinkman to fight. You keep exploring. She's like a pretty decent all-around person, but I would rather have like our fighters go fight. You know, the ones that are really good at it. This way we can get more of the map uncovered. Because we really want to see like some cities. Will we get component trades? Will we get tool trades? You know, will people just automatically send us components and tools? That would be nice. Did we build a... We did. Let's keep building a couple more tenements. Just so we're ready. Sure, another tenement. And we really need to... Oh. Do you need to pick up some more nuclear waste here? Yeah, go ahead and get it all out of town. No. Go ahead and get it all away from this metal deposit is what we want. Because we're going to have to set up extractors around this area. And are we having someone deplete a large concrete pile? Underground ruins. This is good. So we can set up a concrete extractor on this ruins. So let's do that so we can get some concrete coming in. What are they? Concrete extractors. Now you can put multiples on these. So I mean, we absolutely want to do that, right? Yes, of course we do. Let's do that. Let's pause this while I'm doing this. Uh-oh. It's not in a good position. Let's cancel that. We want to see if we can get 2 concrete extractors on this deposit. Because they're terrible. I mean, they're pretty slow, so... And people don't work as much as they ought to. So there we go. You're kind of on our road, though. It's fine. Should we put it up closer? Yeah, let's... Well, no, we can have it exact. I guess. I have no idea. But there you go. There's our 2 concrete extractors being built. 4 colonists irradiated. Well, I mean, I guess no one's died, right? We'll figure out whether or not. And it doesn't look like anyone is stuck, except for what's going on in here. Like, we have this one radiated thing right here, but there's no body attached to it, so if someone dies, it's not a good indication that, you know. Are we going to pay the bandits? Yeah, let's pay the bandits. Parts or tools? Let's give them parts. We have so much extra power now because we had to destroy all of our extractors. Let's give them parts. Made everybody happy. Oh, so whoever was over there, it looks like they sorted themselves out. Yeah, this is like a non-issue here. Let's see, what are we? Potatoes. Potatoes. Are we doing 3 potatoes and 2 corn? Well, I guess we are now. Corn and corn. We still don't have any crops on this file. Like any of the nice crops. Soy or wheat or anything. That spot is dead. Right up there, Kate. And again, we're just uncovering the map. We're looking for cities to trade with. Science. He's a fighty guy. Bonnie's down there fighting, so... No, I don't want him to take damage. Satoshi can take care of that. Bonnie, like, what is up with this guy? Bonnie, go kill him. He looks like he needs killing. Wow, Bonnie, good job. Science. What? Ow, no. No, keep exploring. Go get some science for us. Thanks. Keep exploring. We're looking for cities. There we go. Am I forgetting any of the other changes to this? Again, the only one that I'm like, this is a big win, is this bringing in fiber from our trappers. And we still have the irradiated few, but it looks like, I mean, if they decide to go get treated, I mean, we have nobody in these tents. So when they say they nerfed this disaster, I think they really nerfed this disaster. There was not even 1 second where it was touch and go. And as long as she decides to stop having fun and go to the hospital, she's going to live. Yeah. So everybody is alive. We have concrete extractors constructed down here. I don't mind this change. In fact, I kind of like it. But, you know, we have to have everything to kind of like the ends of the earth now. Because all of the close deposits, you know, were already kind of destroyed. Maybe we can have... Maybe we can have some people bring in some of these planks. I guess. I don't know. I'm really kind of at a loss. I think at the end of the last episode I said, you know, we were kind of at the end. Ripper's Lair. Destroy this bandit camp to reveal what they have. Okay. Keep doing your thing. You're doing great. Good job. Am I forgetting anything else from this update? Or is there something about it that's really cool that you like? I imagine if I was out there trying to, you know, bring in metal and clothes and tools and stuff, I might like the outposts. I might find them more useful. And honestly, that might be something that I would consider. I'm not going to bother trying to do anything like that, like what I'm going to explain on this map. But where do we have, like, we have our cloth maker and our tailor and our tool maker right here. So maybe we put in an outpost. Maybe we group our tailors and metal workers, you know, and our toolsmiths around an outpost, and that way whenever we find metal or fiber on the map, we have, good job, we have them come back and deposit, you know, the raw materials right next to the toolmaker and the tailor. I mean, that could be, I could see that being like a strategic sort of thing. If you were setting up a, like a kind of like a kind of a little town out over here, maybe you want the tools, you set up an outpost out here, like next to this fishing dock and this thing right here. Maybe we set out an outpost here, and we have our specialists deposit any clothes or tools into that outpost, and then this area of the map of your colony would have tools and clothes in it if you put in a shed for the people who work down this area. I don't know. There's some potential with it. And she is a scientist, so let's have her go get that science. And Bonnie, you are a murderer, so go do your thing. Did they nerf these guys? She's one-shotting these people like crazy. I'm not gonna complain. And you are a scientist. Kate is going up there to get that. Didn't Bonnie uncover some science? She did. So come here and pick up this science, please. Keep exploring. One of the things that I'm disappointed with, when I first saw these roads, I really thought they were neat, and I thought maybe they would have some sort of significance, like they would lead somewhere, but they're completely random and, you know, mean nothing, which is kind of disappointing. I'd like if it was cohesive from one tile to the next, you know, more like a puzzle that you were uncovering instead of like random pieces. That would be neat. I might like that. So yeah, we're just waiting for this metal deposit to be depleted, and since we're doing that, let's get these berries picked up. And let's get these planks picked up as well. You, come out here, pick up these mess. So we're positive on it. Oh, we were gonna build a water tower, and this is good for what I said, 17. So if we build one, it'd be like we have 67. So let's build 2. Oh, and a trade convoy has arrived. Let's build 2 of these water towers. Yeah. So it's like we have 30, if once those fill up, we have like 32 water for one day. Did disasters last 2 days? How do we see what arrived? It's just saying that it came. So we have planks and bread. And periodically, like, these refresh and something else could pop up here. And building multiple trading centers allows you to accept multiple deals. So it's just free stuff. Which I'm sure is probably good for, you know, trying to balance the resource problem. But it's not very exciting gameplay. Or it it doesn't do anything to enhance my gameplay, at least. I know people are really excited about this, and they like the bandit camps and everything. So, I mean, not to take that away from anybody. Oh, next time. Maybe we'll find another camp next time. Are all of our farmers back to work? We still have a sick people. No, let's turn all of this off. And we'll just keep 2 people in that front tent there, and hopefully people will go to that tent. I have no faith that that will happen. So we have that, we have that. We have our water towers. So we're able to store 1,400 water. You have a scientist. One of your more scientifically minded colonists approaches you, having struggled with a particularly tough issue for what feels like an eternity. She wants to take a hike outside the colony to clear her head. Sure, go. She prepares for the trip, says her goodbyes, and wanders off on a lonely trail. After quite some time, she returns, looking quite rough. I got an idea. I just didn't get to really finish it. Thanks for the 90 science. And what are we going to do? We were going down the food tree, right? Well, there we go. Alternate proteins. Boring methods. These are... Now we have a large water tower. I should have waited like a couple seconds before building those. Delicacies, not quite. But even if we were able to get these up, we don't have wheat yet. So, yeah. Let's look at the new stuff. Now this is 1,600. Which would be good for 40 people a day. So, yeah, let's build one of those bad boys. How much do they cost? Oh, specialists are ready. Are they ready? Yeah, they are. Kate, go back over there. Oh, there's signs right up there. Durder. Next time. This is something that I don't like as well. Like if you click on, if you have a specialist selected and you click on one of these bandits, you can't see what they have on their square. But on the positive side, if it's an undiscovered location, it shows up red on the map. So even though I'd prefer to have all the information at my fingertips there, I can't get too upset about that. Just keep going. Is that everybody? That is everybody. And now back at the colony. I mean, what are we doing? You know what we did? We set up these things down here and we didn't put any stockpiles. So let's do this right. Oh, here is a big tip for somebody. If you're playing. I'm not sure. Is anyone playing this, by the way? Where do they get on the back? So let's put a stockpile right there. And where is our nuclear waste? You know what? Come clean up this nuclear waste instead. Where were we at? Come clean up all of this. Yes, that's better. And something was just depleted, but what? I don't know. I'm assuming it wasn't anything important. But we have a bunch of science now. Delicacies. Pretty soon we'll be able to unlock this, the mess hall. Exciting times, right? How are we doing for all of that? I haven't even checked it. Food? We're really not doing that great. Oh, do you know what else changed? Fish got a big buff, apparently. New trade deals are available. So let's look at our trades here. And we can just click on these and bring in carrots and planks. So, okay. Thanks. Appreciate it. Greentown? Maybe one day we'll actually trade with you. These were supposed to have gotten a buff. So I'll take them at their word. I never really paid much attention to that. So, go there. You go there. You go there. Just keep looking, guys. We're looking for civilization. Do you see any signs out there? Sure, pick those up. And we're almost at the end of the tree, so... So then I guess we would start bringing in components, metal, tools, clothes, that sort of thing. And there we go, we're done with that. So we have a few deposits. I really don't, I mean, this place out here is kind of almost begging for, you know, people to come live out here. But I really don't know how well the game handles that. Maybe we set up some housing. Like I started building over this way. But maybe we start expanding the town this way just to give some more homes closer to, you know, all these jobs out here. The game seems to be like pretty forgiving for that sort of thing though, so I'm not really all that worried about it. Nobody has showed up in these. And with our medical situation, we're just going to keep, I am not going to add any medical tents or medical beds until people start dying, and then we'll get a good rule of thumb about how many beds you need to treat these people, right? Let's go faster. Do you know what else? I think we had an arena and something else we could build for like a fun item. Oh, this is, do you see how I keep clicking on these? They have, if you leave them alone, they'll continue on their path. But it's not a good system because honestly, by the time I click on them already, you still have to click on them each and every time to make sure that they've been given instructions. So I'm sure that was like a welcome change for people, but and like this person right here, I'm clicking on him and I would like to see what he has. But I can't because I have this person, this specialist selected. But we'll just attack him anyway, you know, because I have no idea if he has anything we want. Oh, he has tools, so that's not a bad thing. Bonnie, I don't know who you are to be bored. I've given you plenty of people to kill. Oh, you're a scientist. Is there science on the map anywhere that you need to go find? You know what? I just say, just start exploring for us, please. Something just got hit. What were the fun items that we had? We built the memorial, the library, the movie theater. We have the game arcade and the arena. And I think I want to build them just right back down here. Perhaps. Let's get these berries out of here. How are our, like, buildings doing? Is everyone still working? Looks like. We have them out in the middle of nowhere picking up stuff. Yeah, I mean, everything is kind of just ticking along here. Oh, I haven't even been looking at the hazards. But you're fine. We'll come back and kill you, tool guy. Don't you worry about it. It will happen. I really think this is the only way to kind of deal with this map, is just to be single-minded and just look for the one thing you're looking for. Like when we started this in the last colony, we kind of, everything we came across, we were like, oh, this is nice, I'll bring these back. And we stopped for everything. This playthrough, the only thing we were looking for is science, and you can see that's worked out for us. Oh, well, here you go. There you go. Now we can make a mess hall. Because we've pretty much finished the tree. They've added that little bit of trading science that we've been trading for, but yeah. And then we went after components, and we brought back a slew of components. We need more components though, and that worked out for us. And the things that we can produce in the colony, tools, clothes, that sort of thing, we're kind of letting people produce those. So the single-minded focus is much more efficient way to go about this. And now we're looking for like little trading partners. Just so we can see that. It's a shame there's no clues. None of these roads lead anywhere, kind of thing. I wouldn't mind if we found signs that we were going in the right direction, you know, but I guess since it's random, each map is random, that's not something you can really set up. Wandering merchant, great. What do you have? 20 potatoes for science, 16 fiber for 8 tools, meat for coats. Let's do meat for coats. We don't really need the science. No. Let's trade 8 coats for 8 tools. Yes. Now that our trappers are pretty much passively producing fiber for us, I'm a lot less concerned about that. And you can see our tools and our coats are right where we want them to be. So we have, well, this is good. We have a depleted metal deposit. That's good because that means we can get in extractors now. But let's get them working on a new one. And, okay. Do we have roads going out here? We already have roads going out here. We set those up when we were putting in all those wells. So there is that. And now we have this underground metal deposit. And so we're going to want to set up as many extractors around this deposit as we can. in order to have the metal come in at a reasonable rate. But I think that is going to be for the next episode. We did a lot. It was, you know, kind of very slow paced. But yeah, it is what it is. We survived our nuclear fallout. We have 2 schools, houses. We put in some of those water tanks. We'll want to look at the other one when we come back, the large one that we unlocked. We'll put in some metal extractors. Maybe think about moving our houses down this way a little bit. You know, just odds and ends. Play with the game, see what is what. But that is all for now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the episode, and will leave a like if you did. Your likes and comments are always appreciated, of course, and they matter. The content you like is scheduled more frequently, so if you want more Surviving the Aftermath this week, please be sure to leave a like. Also consider subscribing if you are new. I'd love that too. But that is all for now. I hope to see you guys all soon. Bye-bye.